It shows passengers on the terror ride screaming as the bus flips upside down on a slick road, slides down a hill, and splits in half. It's just the latest in a string of deadly bus crashes, and here's ABC's Kirat Radia now.
It all happened in a flash. The city bus swerved to avoid a car, hit a curve, and then chaos. The bus rolled over twice. Passengers tossed about like rag dolls. A security camera on board captured the whole thing. Take a look again. Passengers braced themselves. The man in the front seat slid to the floor as the bus tumbled over and ripped apart. This man raced over and pulled two women from the wreckage.
I thought they were hurt the worst, so I couldn't find the driver at all.
Miraculously, all 13 passengers escaped with only minor injuries. This was just the latest in a summer of bus crashes. August 2nd, a high-speed crash when
a city bus topples and people on board go flying.
It looked like someone in a box and they shipped them up.
The investigation into what went wrong.
But first, cooler weather.
That's it. The horror on board a Metro bus that tumbled down an embankment just last night.
This new video shows passengers yelling and sliding down the aisle as the bus hits a car that pulls out in front of it. The bus then rolls off the road. Haley Harrison is at the scene of the crash tonight with what we've learned. Haley.
Well, Len, it is hard to imagine just how terrifying that crash must have been for the people on board, of course, until you see that video. Police tell us that what happened here was the bus was heading southbound on Prairie View Road here when a car came here to the intersection at Northwood Drive and made a left-hand turn right out in front of the bus. Then we're told that the bus went swerving down Prairie View Road here and straight down into this embankment.
That guy's leg right there.
Jessie Adams is getting a first look inside this ATA bus crash. Passengers scream as the bus topples over.
That's the guy that had the head busted. His head was real bad.
The video gives him new perspective on an accident he witnessed from his front yard Wednesday night. 14 people were taken to the hospital. Adams says it's amazing no one died.
It looked like someone in a box and they shook them up.
These alarming images are now part of an investigation into the crash.
It's a piece of the puzzle. It's one piece. You can't determine an accident based on solely this video.
The bus split into two pieces as it rolled down this embankment, a design feature that may have saved lives.
The injuries could have been so much worse than they were last night.
A day later, some riders are still nervous about their...
Pretty much. Look at that crash last night where an ATA bus rolled over and ended upside down. You can hear the terrified people on the surveillance video as it flipped near Prairie View Road and 56th Street last night. Police say it looks like weather led to the accident when a car clipped the bus. The bus went off the road, down an embankment, rolled, and then landed on its top. All but two people are out of the hospital, though, and they are expected to recover. Well, Gladstone police say...
Here on Signal Hill, it's 4:37 in the morning, and we're talking about some beneficial rain last night, also some storm reports, and a cooler forecast.
13 people were injured when an ATA bus lost traction on some slick roads last night. The car pulled out in front of the bus trying to make a left turn. Car lost traction because of the slick roads and the bus swerved. The bus hit the curb and rolled twice. It happened at Prairie View Road in Northwood in KCMO. One man who helped police off the bus after it crashed said the people were screaming, crying, and disoriented.
How'd you get into the bus?
Through the back right there where it's open. Because it was smashed.
And why did you go for the two ladies?
They had blood. There was blood on them.
Rescuers found the driver. She has minor injuries.
I couldn't find the driver.
There were 3 people riding in the car involved in the accident. They're also injured, but minor injuries. They took the driver to the hospital, and police say charges are possible in this.
Good. That's when accidents happen.
Tonight, a bus with 20 to 30 passengers flipped over in the Northland. Fox 4's McCready Egeter is live near Northwood and Northwest Prairie View Road with more on this developing story. McCready.
Well, Abby and Phil, the scene is starting to clear here in the Northland, where as many as 13 people were injured in that bus accident caused by slick roads. A tow truck is now hooking up to haul away this heap of metal that is left. This bus rolled down a small embankment after a car pulled out in front of it. Because of rain and wet roads, the car stalled, causing the bus to swerve, roll, and crash. Jessie Adams witnessed this crash and ran to the back of the bus to help the victims get off the bus. He describes the scene.
I was walking across the street with my kid getting ice cream over here at the gas station, and I ran over there just, people were hurt. I knew they were.
Again, police say most of the 13 people on board have minor injuries. 3 people in the car that is believed to have caused this accident also appear to be okay, and no children were involved in this crash. The car was just towed away from this with damage to the rear. You can see the damage to this bus. It's possible they will have to haul this away in loads. And this is a reminder when it's raining outside, when there's severe weather, when there's slick roads, to slow down. Your car tires can lose traction with very little water on the roads. McCready Agutter, Fox 4 News, working for you live in the Northland.
Live with witness reaction this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, a very serious bus crash. We're talking about 14 people taken to 4 different hospitals. Let me show you what police say happened. This is Prairie View. You can take a look. I know it's a little dark, hard to see, but you see those tire marks. That's where the bus actually skidded, that ATA bus. It traveled all this way after a car pulled out in front of it. And you see the marks here. Look down here, these huge marks in the grass. That's where the bus was trying to remain in control. You see the shattered glass there. This bus then rolled down that embankment, coming to rest down at the bottom of this hill. Now take a look at some video. You can see what this bus looked like shortly after it overturned as our crews arrived on the scene. Again, this was on Prairie View here in the Northland. You see in this video the wreckage there. People also being loaded onto ambulances. We are told all 13 passengers on the bus, as well as the bus driver, and 1 person in the car that police say pulled out in front of the bus. All those folks taken to hospitals. A witness says people were just hysterical, and he's amazed that everyone made it out alive.
I helped two ladies out, yes. One guy was on top of another lady. Her arm was broke, so I had to get him up before I got, and he was disoriented. He didn't know where he was. I had to get him up first to help the girl with a broken arm out. I can't believe anybody did die, no.
And back out here live, you see this convenience store. I'm told that they were actually having to wipe blood off of that door and also from the floor there because people who were involved in this bus crash were actually walking in there disoriented after the crash. That gives you an idea of just how severe this crash was. Again, 14 people in total taken to 4 different hospitals. All are expected to survive. This bus crash remains under investigation this morning. Diane, back to you from the Northland.